Hey, what's up, everybody? Did you know that for $10 you can enter to win a Skyline GTR R35 T-Spec from TunerCult? Now, if you give me more than a minute, I'll explain how, but if you only have 60 seconds, literally go to tunercult.com, go to the official rules, do a mail-in entry, or buy something that's $10 from their site. Easy enough, right? Either way, give me a little bit more time and I'll explain to you how exactly to go about that. Alright, so TunerCult. I haven't talked about them yet, but they are based in the US. They do amazing giveaways just like 8080, which I have talked about. I've personally entered that one, and now I've also personally entered TunerCult's website draw. However, it was for a Skyline R34 in Millennium Jade. Let me see if they have that still up there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I entered for this one. And the lucky guy from Wisconsin's going down there to grab it. But I thought it was super cool that they were giving away this one, and now this one. This is Factory Millennium Jade, and this is a wrap, just in case you didn't know. But it's really simple how to enter. So I'm going to go back. There's several ways that you can go ahead and do that. Kind of like how I mentioned with the last one in 8080, what you can do is that you could do a mail-in, or you can support the business by buying, well, any of the things they have. They do sell digital products, which might be some wallpapers, pardon me. But they also have cool shirts. Like, look at that. Isn't that just awesome? Now, if I were in the US, I'd buy that in a heartbeat. Probably cost $50 shipped right to my place. But unfortunately, because I'm in Canada, and with the conversion, this $40 t-shirt with shipping ends up becoming 100 Canadian, which I think is insane for a t-shirt. I get these guys have to make the money back to, well, buy these cool cars, right? But it is what it is. Either way, so this is live. Might not be live by the time I post this, but there'll be another cool car up for wins. Either way, you can buy this, or you could look at, say, accessories and keychains and see if there's something a little lower if you don't have a lot of money to spend, like a turbo keychain, for example. For the last contest, what I ended up doing, and this is probably the most expensive little thing I've ever bought before, this $15 Skyline jet tag, which will be helpful for when I end up going to Japan and driving a Skyline. Keep tuned to watch that. Cost $15 and with shipping, luckily they put it in a little bubbler, was $10, so $25 with the conversion, roughly 40 to 45 Canadian dollars for that little tag, which is crazy. But, you know, I saw what they were doing and I really wanted to support them. And I know that things are tough for businesses right now, so that's cool. Going to be supporting a Canadian company, which I'll show you at the end. I want to make a really long final video for this because depending on viewership, I'll keep on doing them and showing you the results or not. So what we'd end up doing if you don't want to purchase an item from them, but you do want to enter into the contest, most of these do have little submission guidelines. You'd go to the official rules. You see that no purchase is necessary to enter or win, and you go to the official rules, and it'll pop up a PDF usually with all of the information. Make sure to read this, but basically you have to be a citizen of the United States or Canada, except for Quebec, unfortunately. Never understand why Quebec gets the short end of the stick with these contests, but you never know. I have found one for Quebecers, though, which I'll mention later in the video. But basically what you do is scroll down, and in this PDF, it's in the second page, where it says mail in here. you'd basically just get you'd get a 3x5 card, which you can get at a dollar store, or just a piece of paper and cut it to 3 to 5 inches and write out your name, your address by hand. Very important, by hand. Don't print it, because that would be a little fishy. They might think that you're trying to do a bunch of entries. In any case, you'd send it to the address that's right here, and wish you luck. But all you'd need to do is get the envelopes, a post. Holy smokes, I'm tired. A mailer, like a stamp, post stamp, business-sized envelope, and those 3x5 cards, or cut up a piece of paper to that and write out your information on it. And then boom, put it in the mail. If you're in Canada, probably give yourself about 2 weeks time. If you're in the States, probably a week with the post. But that's one way that you can enter for less than $10. Okay, so I said for my Canadian friends, if you stuck around to the end, I'd show you what exactly the Canadian-only giveaways are. But for my Canadian-only friends, you could win this Nissan Silvia S15 in a Millennium Jade wrap for doing the exact same thing. You know, you could send in a mail-in, or you could support this Canadian business by going and buying air fresheners, or one of these cool shirts, or doing a digital purchase, you know. But this is a Canadian only contest. I need to stress that again. If you're in the US, you're not eligible. But for those of my friends who are outside of North America, there's also giveaways like safety drives, Porsche GT3 Cup contest here, where you could support the charity, or you could do a mail-in. But this one's in Australia. I haven't fully looked over the details for this one because I just saw this on Instagram. Right now, my feed is basically targeting me with all of these ads. But this is a rebuilt Porsche 911 GT3 996 Cup car. And if you look over that, I will leave the information for all of these sites in the description. But basically, I think in my Twitter and my YouTube community sections, I'm going to be posting stuff like this more often, because it would be amazing to hear that one of you won these, instead of me potentially winning one of these and then gloating about it. So, like, I don't know. Let's let our dreams become reality, right? I think that's kind of what this channel is about. Either way, I'm going to wrap it up there. That was 3 sites and my 3rd video on how you could win a car for less than $10. I'm obviously not factoring in things like insurance, storage, gasoline, maintenance, and all of that stuff. That comes with car maintenance, you know? You have to be real here, but it's, instead of spending $50,000, $100,000, $150,000 to get one of these cars, you could simply test your luck in one of these contests or send a mail-in entry. Give it a shot. I'd love to hear that you all enjoyed this video, so definitely leave me a comment as to if you did or if you didn't. But I hope this is helpful. I'm in the running for quite a few different ones of these, because I would love to get in one of these cars permanently for the summer, you know? In any case, see you next time. Thanks for watching.